keep my speech in English since I would like everyone here to follow the proceedings. I want to welcome everyone this morning and especially to Anupamji and my husband Sarathkumar for being here today for us. I have served this industry for 3 decades, acted in more than 300 movies and television for the last 12 years. So it's a lot of work which I have put into this industry. I always wanted to give something back to the industry. I never went away from the industry. That's when I started this media company, Radhan. So I was always a part and parcel of this industry. And today, to give something back, to impart this knowledge to the younger generation, what better is there than to provide a platform to them to hone their skills and become accomplished actors. With this initiative, we at Radhan have teamed up with Shri Anupam Kher, an industry doyen. I don't think he needs any introduction. One of the finest actors in Bollywood. We have joined hands with him today to set up an acting school in Chennai. Anupamji, as you may be aware, is the founder of Actor Prepares. You've already seen a presentation on that. An acting school that has churned out a number of today's successful actors in Bollywood. I think, for example, Hrithik Roshan, Abhishek Bachchan, Deepika Padukone, and also to the next generation, if I may say so, to our daughter Radhika Sarathkumar also has trained under him in Bombay. As you all know that Radhan has been in the forefront of the media industry in South India, having produced and delivered a number of quality teleserials, events, and produced films also, and is a household name in this part of the country. By joining hands with Anupam Kher's Actor Prepares, we wish to synergize each other's strengths and provide aspiring art actors in Chennai an ideal opportunity to be trained professionally and become accomplished actors in their own right. Our joint venture will soon be operational in the next few weeks, or 8 weeks rather, and we will communicate the details of the course, curriculum fees, etc. in due course. Because I'll switch to Tamil now since I've explained the whole thing. இவ்வளவு வருஷம் நான் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் இருக்கும்போது நான் முதல்ல நடிக்க வந்தப்ப எனக்கு நடிப்புனாலே என்னன்னு தெரியாது, பாடுறது எப்படி தெரியாது, ஆடுறதுக்கு தெரியாது. I never knew anything about acting when I first came in. I was just picked out because Mr. Bharataraja liked my photograph. He saw in my friend's house. I was taken the next day to act. Although my father is a great actor, M.R. Radha, as you may all be aware of, I had no experience. I was not brought up in a film atmosphere. No, I knew nothing about films. For me, I think life has been quite kind and good to me. I was allowed to make a lot of mistakes. I learned from my mistakes. I was able to grow up. I was able to become an accomplished actor in so many years that I've been in this industry. But today's generation is not the same. I don't think they're allowed to make any mistake. You have to be very good from your first film. There's no space for any mistake. You have to know your job, you have to be professional, you have to have everything. And people who come today, whoever I have witnessed, let it be in television or in films, they seem to be having that knowledge is not completely imparted to them. They just come to the shooting and they learn on their feet. So we like to take this as I feel this is something which I'm giving back to the industry of all what I've learned. Radhan itself is all what I have learned in my so many years in the industry, knowing the good director. I work with the best of directors, best of actors, best of producers. அவங்க கிட்ட இருக்கிற நல்லதெல்லாம் கத்துக்கிட்டு தான் நல்லா ரடானை உருவாக்கினேன். அதே மாதிரி நடிப்புலையும் இப்போ நான் இருக்கேன், அனுபம் சார் இருக்காரு, என் கணவர் சரத்குமார் சார் இருக்காங்க. நாங்கள் எல்லாருமே we are able to give back our knowledge to the future generation. I once again thank each and everyone for being here today. And And special thanks to Anupam ji, who has come all the way from Mumbai for this. Very soon we'll be launching, I think in the next few weeks. We look forward to that. Thank you so much.
We know what happened is Radhika ji and my speech got exchanged. So she already spoke what I was supposed to speak. Radhika ji, Sarathkumar ji, and respected members of the press. It's very ironical, I was telling them this morning, that on 27th of July, 1974, that is 37 years back, I left my hometown, Simla, to do my journey as an actor. I joined that day Department of Indian Theatre as my first training as an actor. Never knew that 37 years later I will be establishing an acting school, exactly 37, today is 27th of July 2011, and will be honored and happy to open a school along with a brilliant actress, Radhika ji. I believe in dreaming, I believe in hoping, and according to me, all dreams come true. You just have to have the capacity to dream. We are 3 people on the dais. If we put everybody's movies together, it comes to 1,000 movies almost. And 1,000 movies in one lifetime is a very unbelievable kind of thing. I worked with Woody Allen, so he asked me, I believe you have done a lot of movies. So I said, yes, I have. He said, how many? I said, 419. And he said, how many lives? So I said, only one life. And as Radhika ji said, that time comes when you work for 30 years, 25 years, that you discover there is much more to give back to the profession, to the people, to the society who have helped you becoming what you have become. I started this school 7 years back, 6 years back, because I'm a trained actor. Radhika ji was brilliant from the first film, and she learned the art of becoming better and better while on the job. And I agree with you, ma'am, that today's generation is not allowed to make mistakes. We could make a lot of mistakes, but people had time to overlook those mistakes. Today, one mistake and you are a history. But what made me feel confident in Bombay, at least you were lucky that Bharti Rajaji saw your picture in your friend's house. I had no picture to distribute in any friend's house. And nobody went to somebody's house, and if somebody had seen my picture 30 years back, he would have taken me for a horror film. You know, this is a very dignified, sexy look as a bald man. But when you are losing here, at that time, it's very funny because some of them are going from here, some of them are going from here. And then to come to Bombay 30 years back and say, I want to be an actor. They said, are you mad? But what gave me confidence, and I knew I will make it, was my training as an actor. I was from the National School of Drama, I was from the Department of Indian Theatre, and I said, nobody can stop me because I know my art. And God was kind to give me my films. But when I became an actor and I started working with newcomers, I discovered that newcomers were petrified. So what is the idea of working in a job which you don't enjoy, which makes you feel scared? So I thought to myself, if God gives you an opportunity, the first thing I'll get into as a business person or a person as an educator is to open my acting school so that we can train these actors. Acting cannot be taught in today's time is not a statement which is very intelligent to make. Acting can be taught and it can be perfected. There's a certain science behind it. So we opened the school 6 years back, and by the grace of God, we are doing very well in Bombay. We have a branch in Ahmedabad, we have a branch in Chandigarh. And I wanted my presence to be felt in South India. because I used to get a lot of letters and things like that. But we do everything in partnership. We find a local person, and I was not finding a person who I could completely trust in terms of education, because education is completely different from being an actor. And when we met and this was discovered that we can open, I was very honored and very happy to find a partner in Radhan and in Radhika ji and Sarathkumar ji to join together and give a historical moment to the already flourishing South Indian film industry. Because today's generation does not lack confidence. It may lack a craft which is needed in their performances. It's too early to speak very highly of what we can do, but I think it's a very big gesture, it's a very big moment for all of us, and hopefully in the coming years we will make our presence felt. Hopefully in the next 7 years, anybody who will be top in Chennai or in other film industries, regional film industry, will be from this joint venture. That's the next dream. And as a teacher, as an educator, if after 50 years I want to be remembered, I may not be remembered as an actor who acted in so many films. If I am remembered as a teacher, I'll be very happy. I look forward to this association, and I want to once again thank all of you for being here. Thank you.
Very good morning. This is both a surprise and a shock, having put me into this stage. I'm delighted for a few reasons. The three people sitting on the stage are part of my life history in a way. The first time I ever met an actress was in 1979, when Radhika ji had come to Chola Sheraton for modeling for the hotel special issue of Idayam Pesi Giradhu, and Praveen Kumar was the photographer. That's the first time in 1979 I met her. Sharath, of course, dear friend, was the first hero of my first directorial venture, Dasarathan, and he did a terrific job. And Anupam ji, whom I'm meeting here for the first time, was the person who was the character actor, the main villain in Arjun, which was remade in Satya, which was my first film where I did the main villain's role. So that's the story. So that's an interesting kind of anecdote with the three of the people here. And I think what exemplifies the three people is, number one, their immense talent, phenomenal capacity to be excellent, to excel in the field that they are in, and yet underplay that. That's the personal quality. I'm very delighted that they have come together to start off this venture, and I can't underline anymore the need for trained, well kind of educated actors in this part of the country. So I wish Radhan and the Actor Prepares a very, very great partnership, and all the very best, and good luck to every one of you, and good luck to the Chennaites who are going to be benefited by this. Thank you so much.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். It's definitely a great occasion. I would definitely say two legends are coming together today on this Actor Prepares. I'm going to be honored to be present here, to be part of this important day in the life of Radhan, I would say. And really, we had a casual talk this morning when Anupam ji had mentioned about his very first move towards acting 37 years back on this very same day, 27th of July. It's pretty interesting. There are two people on the dais. One is Anupam ji and one is my wife, Radhika Sarathkumar. Well, both are legends by themselves. Actors of great talent, which I should admit here. I would even go to the extent of saying they've acted more films than I, and have done well for themselves in their careers, still holding on to whatever they do because of their acting talents as such. There are two different personalities sitting on the dais, because we're going to concern about Actor Prepares and Radhan Media in the future. Endeavor that I have started is to prepare the actors to do well. And one, of course, is my wife, was just picked up and she started acting. And for Anupam ji, it was well crafted. He went to a school, stage, then into films, and knows the real, true professional acting as such. As far as I was concerned, I was an accountant taking care of the vouchers of my friend who was producing a film. And then he fell out on an actor in the movie and said, Sharath, can you just fit into this? I said, okay. I did not know the language at that time. It was a Telugu film, Samajam Lusri, I remember still. Vijay Shanti was the heroine. And Golapudi Marjaros, and all of them were there. And there was 27 takes. So Vijay Shanti said, can't you put somebody better to do this role? And later on when I met her, she said, Sharath, do I know you? I said, yes ma'am, you do know me. I was the guy who took 27 takes and delayed your flight. So that is how I started acting. So we started learning, and like the way they rightly put it, there's no time to get yourself prepared. You just cannot go into the sets and start acting because the competitive level is really high. It's quite a lot of competition. Every day a new actor is on the screen, and as the South Indian Artists Association president, when I look at the cinema today, I may not know all the actors and the casting of all the movies because I don't even know their names because so many of them coming today. But I wouldn't say they are not talented, they are talented. But they all are looking for a vacuum in the industry where they can really professionally be trained, like in Anupamji's school. There should be a real acting school, which is a void in our industry. I would say the South Indian industry itself, that we need somewhere, some place with a great reputation to go behind. It cannot be any school that you join and start learning acting. People with passion, people with love to teach, and people who are dedicated to teach and impart the knowledge that they have gained is what it is all about. And definitely, it's not at all surprising to me for Radan and Actor Prepares to have joined hands today. And let me not delay the proceedings any further, but I'm really happy that this has happened. Tamil சொல்லணும் அதுக்கு வந்து உண்மையிலே ரொம்ப ஒரு சரித்திர புகழ் வாய்ந்த ஒரு நிகழ்வுன்னு தான் நான் சொல்லணும். காரணம் ரொம்ப நாளா பல பேரும் வந்து இந்த ஆக்டிங் ஸ்கூலை கொண்டு வரணும், கேன் பி அஃபிலியேட்டட், ஈவன் தி ஆர்டிஸ்ட் அசோசியேஷன் வி டிட் திங்க் நாங்கள் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்கூல் ஆரம்பிச்சு கேன் பி அஃபிலியேட் டு தி சம் காலேஜஸ் ஹியர்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்கள் பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம். பட் இட் டென்ட் டேக் ஆஃப் ஃபார் சம் ரீசன். மேபி அதுக்கெல்லாம் காரணம் இருக்கும், எதுக்கு எடுத்தாலும் ஒரு காரணம் இருக்கும். அந்த காரணம் இங்கே வந்து Radan and Actor Prepares, the well-known international school, I'd say Anupamji's school is well known all over, and really proud to say here, my daughter Varalakshmi was also trained there in Anupamji's school, and she has done well. And definitely, when her first film comes, the talent, the knowledge that she has grasped in the Actor Prepares school and Anupamji's school. So definitely, we all need. Like me, I learned to. There was a mentioning of Anupamji. This happened to me when they first asked me, what do you know in acting? I said, I know swimming, I know acting, I know I can drive a car, I can ride a bike, I can do martial arts. So like he asked me, first thing I asked him, do you know to act? So nobody asked me that question, but I started acting. I don't know where to keep my hands. I don't know whether to lift the hand or put the hand in both the pockets and say the dialogue, or like he rightly said, I was petrified looking at the camera. Because I wanted to act, but I was there, I was prepared. Like he said, my dreams are always very high. And my dream has to have, a goal has to be very high. You want to climb the highest peak, you think of Mount Everest. So maybe you'll reach Kanchenjunga, which is about 2,000 feet, lesser than Mount Everest maybe. So that is how my dreams, like you rightly put it, you have to dream. And with a dream, with a vision and hard work will definitely work. So that is how I started working and I started my career, and to learn by my own mistakes. But now, today, in this competitive world, you cannot learn from your mistakes because if you're gone, like you rightly put it, that will be history. So this is one place where definitely the void, the vacuum that is there, to have real professional training to go onto the sets. And this is it. And I'm sure the South Indian industry itself will benefit from this school, and with professionals behind the entire the agreement that's gone behind, and the professionals that are going to be involved in this association is definitely going to benefit the industry. And this is what, like Anupamji rightly put it, we should be remembered for imparting knowledge. That's what everybody does in every field. Every field we try to impart what we have grasped along the way. The experience is always spread around. We spread around the message, whatever it is, whether it's political, apolitical, or knowledge that you have, it is for you to share with others. And here we are. Today's combination of Actor Prepares and Radan is going to share to the world the talents that are hidden with everybody, the talents to be brought out, and for a better industry for tomorrow with a challenging world. The competitive world, there are so more to add to it. It's a pressures to tackle when you have a failure. When the actor is well prepared, there will be no failures in his life. And so, this combination will have no failures and will promote itself very well with all professional people supporting it. And I wish the entire team, the actor prepares and